South Carolina cemented its place in history with a commanding 85-62 victory over UCLA in the NCAA Women's Basketball National Championship, a performance that left no doubt about the nation's top team. The Gamecocks wasted no time asserting their authority, opening the game with an immediate 9-0 run in the first 2 minutes. Raven Johnson initiated the scoring with a driving layup, followed by a deep three-pointer from Te-Hina Paopao, forcing UCLA coach Corey Close to call a timeout just 90 seconds into the contest. UCLA's first points came nearly 3 minutes in, a contested jumper from Charisma Osborne, but the momentum remained firmly with South Carolina. The Gamecocks' defense, a hallmark of their undefeated season, immediately swarmed Lauren Betts, limiting her to just 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting in the entire first quarter. She also picked up her second foul with 3:15 left in the period, forcing her to the bench early. South Carolina outrebounded UCLA 14-6 in the opening period, securing crucial second-chance opportunities that led to 6 additional points. Tessa Johnson, coming off the bench, hit 2 consecutive three-pointers late in the first, extending South Carolina's lead to 24-10. UCLA struggled to find any offensive rhythm, committing 6 turnovers in the first 10 minutes, which South Carolina capitalized on for 12 points. By halftime, the Gamecocks held a 48-28 advantage, having shot 55% from the field compared to UCLA's 32%. The Bruins' 14-point deficit at the end of the first quarter was their largest all season. The 23-point final margin was a clear reflection of South Carolina's relentless pressure and superior execution from start to finish, a dominant display that began with the very first possession and never relented. UCLA entered this championship game with an unblemished 36-0 record, having navigated a challenging bracket with impressive wins over top-seeded teams. Their journey to the final was marked by a dominant frontcourt led by Lauren Betts, who averaged 18.5 points and 11.2 rebounds per game throughout the tournament. Betts had been a consistent force, recording double-doubles in all but one of UCLA's NCAA tournament games leading up to the final, including a 25-point, 15-rebound effort in the semifinal. The Bruins' offense relied heavily on her interior presence, complemented by the perimeter shooting of Charisma Osborne and the dynamic playmaking of Kiki Rice. Their average margin of victory in the tournament was 18 points, a testament to their consistent performance. South Carolina, however, arrived with their own undefeated 37-0 record, a team built on unparalleled depth, suffocating defensive intensity, and a balanced scoring attack. They had dismantled opponents by an average of 25 points per game in the tournament, showcasing a roster where any player could step up at any moment. The Gamecocks' path included a decisive victory over a formidable Iowa team in the Final Four, where they held Caitlin Clark to her lowest scoring output of the season, a mere 18 points on 6 of 22 shooting. This championship clash was billed as a battle of 2 undefeated titans, a rare occurrence in women's college basketball, with UCLA's interior dominance facing South Carolina's collective defensive might. The Gamecocks' ability to disrupt Betts was the key question, and they answered it emphatically from the first whistle, turning a highly anticipated showdown into a one-sided affair. South Carolina's strategy centered on neutralizing Lauren Betts, and they executed it flawlessly. Head coach Don Staley deployed a rotating cast of post defenders, including Camila Cardozo, Sonia Fejan, and Ashlyn Watkins, ensuring Betts faced fresh, physical opposition on every possession. This constant pressure limited Betts to just 6 points and 5 rebounds by halftime, a stark contrast to her typical production. Offensively, the Gamecocks exploited UCLA's attempts to double-team Betts, finding open shooters on the perimeter. Te-Hina Paopao and Tessa Johnson combined for 5 three-pointers in the first half, stretching UCLA's defense and creating driving lanes. In the second quarter, South Carolina extended their lead with a crucial 10-2 run over a 3-minute span, highlighted by a steal and fast break layup from Raven Johnson, followed by a deep three from Paopao. This pushed the lead to 38-20 with 4:30 left before the break. UCLA attempted to switch to a zone defense in the third quarter, but South Carolina's ball movement and unselfish play quickly broke it down. Chloe Kitts scored back-to-back layups against the zone, and Raven Johnson found Cardozo for an easy post bucket, maintaining a 20-point cushion. Every time UCLA managed a small run, like a 6-0 spurt early in the third, South Carolina responded immediately, often with a three-pointer or a strong finish inside, preventing any real momentum shift. The Gamecocks shot 52% from the field for the game, including 40% from beyond the arc, while holding UCLA to 35% shooting. While South Carolina's victory was a collective effort, several Gamecocks delivered standout performances. Te-Hina Paopao led all scorers with 21 points on 7 of 12 shooting, including 5 of 8 from three-point range, consistently hitting crucial shots to maintain South Carolina's lead. Her offensive efficiency was matched by Raven Johnson's all-around brilliance, who finished with 15 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals, orchestrating the Gamecocks' offense and disrupting UCLA's backcourt. Kamilla Cardozo, despite early foul trouble, contributed 12 points and 9 rebounds, anchoring the interior defense and making Betts work for every touch. Off the bench, Tessa Johnson provided a significant spark with 14 points, hitting 4 three-pointers, often in moments when UCLA threatened to cut into the lead. For UCLA, the story was Lauren Betts' struggles. She finished the game with a season-low 10 points on 4 of 13 shooting, well below her tournament average of 18.5 points. Betts also managed only 7 rebounds, significantly impacted by South Carolina's physical defense and early foul trouble. Charisma Osborne tried to carry the offensive load, scoring 18 points, but she needed 19 shots to get there, shooting 7 of 19 from the field. Kiki Rice added 12 points and 5 assists but also committed 5 turnovers under intense defensive pressure. The disparity in individual efficiency, particularly in the paint, was a defining factor in the Gamecocks' dominant win. This national championship victory solidifies South Carolina's dynasty, marking their third title in 5 seasons and an undefeated 38-0 record, a feat rarely achieved in college basketball. Coach Dawn Staley now commands a program that consistently reloads, and with a strong recruiting class incoming, the Gamecocks are poised for continued dominance in the 2025 and 2026 seasons. Their depth, defensive identity, and ability to develop talent suggest they will remain the team to beat for the foreseeable future. The question now shifts to whether any team can truly challenge their supremacy. For UCLA, this loss, while painful, provides valuable experience for a young roster that made an improbable run to the final. Lauren Betts, despite her struggles in the championship game, remains a cornerstone for the program, and her development against elite competition will be crucial for future success. Corey Close's team will need to address their offensive versatility and find more consistent perimeter scoring to complement Betts' interior presence. The Bruins' 36-1 season record is still a remarkable achievement, but the gap between them and South Carolina was evident on the biggest stage. The 2026 NCAA Women's Basketball Championship will undoubtedly feature both these programs as contenders, but UCLA will need to find answers for South Carolina's relentless pressure if they hope to reverse this outcome. This Gamecocks team has set a new standard, and the rest of the league now chases a truly historic benchmark.